I know for a fact I'm going to be looking like I'm absolutely juiced up today in the gym. I can feel it in my plums. I can feel it in my plums that in the gymnasium today, when I'm training back and biceps, I'm going to look like I am on steroids. Do you know why? I ate 4 bowls of crunchy nut clusters, the greatest cereal of all time, by the way. Well, I literally ate the whole box, I'm not going to lie. Which is like, you can't really get many bowls out of a box because it's quite small. I don't know if you guys know the cereal that I'm talking about, but quite a small box, so you can't actually get that much out of it. So this is the final bowl. It's not really a bowl, it's like quarter of a bowl, but probably still like 30,000 calories in here. Oh, my mouth is watering. Wow. Look at that. Look at that as well. Wow. I don't know if you guys know this, but basically, when you eat loads of carbs, your muscles like fill up with this thing called glycogen. Basically, you have glycogen stores in your muscles. When you eat carbs, they fill up and your muscle inflates in size. But you can get to a point where your muscles can no longer hold any more carbohydrates, any more glycogen. Then it spills over and you get this layer of water weight. In bodybuilding terms, that's called spilled over, and your physique looks watery. I think after I eat this, and I'm probably going to eat a bowl of oats as well. I am cutting, by the way, but I just sort of feel like, I don't know, I just feel like eating lots of food today and yesterday. Yeah, after this, I'll probably end up spilling over. But the thing about the spilled over look, you don't look that good when you're not pumped up, but when you get a pumping in the gym, you literally look like you're on steroids. It's just this like insanely full, like bursting full look. And pair that with being lean, the greatest pump of all time. And pair that with Amped pre-workout. I don't know if you guys have seen the videos on TikTok. It's like AI generated like TikTok shop videos where they steal all of my videos that I've made on Amped pre-workout and they like make this AI generated weird video essentially. Anyway, let's get this down and get to the gym. I literally need to capture this on camera right now because my face has never felt like it's burning as much as it's burning right now. Holy fuck. This workout... Get in! This workout is actually about to go down in the history books. Oh yeah, I bought one of these things for my camera. So, you're propped up on my camera right now, which is pretty cool. Propped up in my car on my camera. It is a bit wobbly though. And I have to face my camera upside down. So my camera is currently upside down and I feel like it's gonna move when I go around the corners. Yeah, I spent 50 quid on it and it's literally like not even like very useful. I think it's because it's meant to go on the outside of a car as opposed to the inside. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's meant to stick on the outside. You know this cool cinematic type guys that make the videos where the camera is like outside of their windscreen and they're driving along and they're like, that sort of video. It's meant for that. Anyway, it works a little bit. And I'm not going to use it that often, so just use it when I want to use it pretty much. Alright, we've arrived at the gym and I am majorly excited for this one because one, I've eaten a lot of carbohydrates in the form of crunchy nut clusters and my muscles are going to be looking majorly juicy. And number two, it's pull day. And I'm trying to work on my back at the moment, especially upper back and like thickness of my back. I never really got into like rowing. I only ever really did sort of pull downs and like trying to like hit that lower lat and shit. It's just movements where your elbows are flaring like out and wide. I just neglected the fuck out of them pretty much. So it definitely contributes to how your physique looks like, obviously, but like your aesthetic of your physique, just having like a wide, broad upper back. Your posture as well. Bro, for like a year straight, I have just been like addicted to my phone, glued, fucking hunched over, all my upper backs were like weak and I need to pull that shit back, you know, as opposed to being forwards like this. This video, I want to talk about being interested. I feel like you could either use social media or you let social media use you, or like just the internet in general. I used to be really good with this. Like I would use social media when I wanted to look for things or like when I wanted to watch certain people. And like now I just am like so addicted to it that I'll just go on there and just sort of scroll and like just pick whatever's being given to me on the algorithm pretty much. So I think it's just important to try and use it in the right way because you can learn so much. You can literally become like experts at things just on the internet. And that's like crazy. You know, we're like privileged for that. So Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do recently, is just like, as opposed to going on my phone and just letting it take me where it takes me, is going on my phone. When I go on my phone, it's like a thought has happened in my brain, and then I've had a question from that thought, and then I use the internet to answer that question, and then you learn, you become better. And yeah, I think also, in order to become interesting as a person, you have to become interested in things. My life is better, and I have better conversations with people when I'm interested in what's going on in their life, or like I'm interested in things in general. There's two guys walking over there with the most ginormous fucking beards. They literally both just look like modern day Vikings. I think it's just good to think about things that you're potentially interested in, and like actually spend some time every day like learning about it. It can literally be like 20 minutes, 10 minutes. If you just write down in the morning, I want to learn about this for this long, and just do it, and you become better. You instantly become better than 99% of people at it, you know? And that makes you a more well-rounded, interesting person, and your life just becomes better, in my opinion, because you can have better conversations with people. Again, I think a lot of my opinions come from, I care a lot about what people think of me, and I definitely get caught up a lot in like basing my life off of whether or not other people will like me more because of it, you know? Which is kind of like fucking, it's a bit annoying, and it's a bit like, I don't know. I don't want to tear myself down. I just definitely think sometimes I get caught up in caring too much about what people think of me. And I base too many things off of that when it doesn't really matter, you know? Like, who cares if I'm a more interesting person because I'm interested in things? It's more so about like my own well-being as opposed to what people think of me. But I feel like a lot of my own well-being is based off of what people think of me. I genuinely feel like most people that do well on social media are people that just like really feel the need to get validated, that like really want to be liked by other people. Like, let's say they were starved of it in their childhood, like feeling validated and feeling loved and liked and that. Bro, best believe they're gonna do everything for the likes, you know? They're gonna want likes, they're gonna want all the views and the validation. It's like filling a void for them that they never got, you know? It's like bodybuilders as well. The bodybuilders that were younger and they were made to feel like really small. I think like Nick Walker, I think I've spoken about this in a YouTube video. He got molested as a kid, right? And that would make you feel so small and like you could do nothing about it. So best believe he's got all the motivation to get as big as possible. And like a lot of motivation for things come from a negative place, which is sad. It's kind of like, it is a bit sad, to be honest with you, that like a lot of the time something negative has to happen to you to cause a trigger for you to do something and to push you, you know? Try and use the negative stuff as fuel. And like, I feel like a lot of people say, oh, that's so cringe, but like, bro, literally everyone that's done well usually has some sort of like negative emotion as fuel. thing is, I ended up speaking to someone for ages as I was like finishing off my back. So then when I moved on to biceps, I just completely lost my pump. So I didn't look quite as big as anticipated. Yeah, I've got to get home. I've got to edit a full day of eating video. I actually really like filming them. They just tend to do well on my TikTok, so I just post them on there. But I don't actually really like making them, and I really don't like doing voiceover videos. I personally wouldn't watch them myself, so I think like, why am I posting this? But obviously the reason why I post them is because other people like them, and it's good for my account, and it's good to get people to follow me to then watch the other videos that I do actually like posting. But yeah, I want to start moving away from them because I don't actually like them. Like the things that I like posting, more like training videos, like sort of videos that will actually help motivate and inspire people a bit more, you know. That's just what I care about more personally.